The earliest windshield wipers were made up of a turbine rod using a motor to drive two wipers swinging through a linkage. But such continuous movement would have an effect on the attention of the eyes, and clever engineers came up with the idea of intermittency, inspired by our eyes as we blink without disturbing our vision. Wipers take a break after each job, which will reduce the interference with the driver's vision. At this point, as long as a cam is connected to the output shaft of the motor, it will only work half of the time in a cycle, and this is when the intermittent wiping function is realized. But a new problem was encountered. Its working and resting time does not vary according to the rainfall, we need it to vary with the amount of rainfall. The dwell time of this purely mechanical mechanism was not controllable, so the structure now used in our cars evolved, using electronics to control it, taking full advantage of the working principle of the transistor. A positive voltage is applied to the first PN junction to make the tube conduct, and in turn it stops working. Now we add a microswitch to the circuit and it works when the switch is in its default state. Brought into the mechanical structure it looks like this. When the highest end touches the microswitch the circuit is cut off completely. This is not working and needs to be improved. Just add another capacitor and a resistor to the circuit. The power supply charges the capacitor when the microswitch is closed, and the capacitor fills up before the voltage at point A goes low again, the transistor conducts again, and the circuit starts working again. The charging time can be controlled by changing the resistance value of the resistor. The smaller the resistance, the shorter the charging time. On a heavy rainy day we turn it on to top gear and its resistance is basically zero resistance. Now just set the initial position, replace the mechanism with a relay and the transistor with an integrated chip. The chip contains ambient humidity and rain sensing, which is then managed centrally by the ECU, and it becomes an automatic wiper to control how often it wipes the windshield. The automatic sensing wiper is a secondary function if the glass rain has affected the visibility during driving, to manually control the wiper in